What up? What up? What up, world? We're back. Long awaited. The gang is back together.
Take two.
I'm still here in Vegas. You see it?
Take two. Let's go.
I'm with Ant. Hey, I'm with Frank. We're here, guys. So we're gonna be breaking down the 12-team Superflex PPR Redraft. It's going down tonight. You guys
For our
ready?
East Coasters. Yeah, the East Coast draft.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first
East
one.
Coast draft.
Right.
Represent.
Getting so many guys, you got to separate time zones now.
Let's do it,
Yeah,
baby.
hey,
We're
We're
growing.
multicultural. Hey,
Yep.
we're all across the globe.
International.
First, I know you guys have seen it, but I want you guys to just look again. Check the intro, like and subscribe while we play it. All right, guys, let's get down to work. No time for nonsense. My sleeves are rolled up. Hope you rolled your sleeves up. It's time to get to work, boys. And we're starting off with the returner, riding around in the rover. It's the only way I know how to say it. I don't.
It just comes out that way.
Soldier Boy. I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. Man, jumped off with a solid. I'll throw my grade out there. I don't even grade these. Start off with the A draft. Am I right?
What you got, Frank? I'll second
I'm
that.
not in an A. I gave him a B.
Oh.
I think he missed the mark on a couple things, and
Break it down for us,
just
Frank.
the T. Higgins, that tight end, just way late like that, and he took Zach Moss and Devin Singletary as backups, so he's taking two RBs on the same team. Just those couple things like that dropped it to a B to me.
Totally,
Nice.
We're talking about Tyler Higbee at tight end, but I understand what you're talking about. Frank has a very certain window for his tight ends. Frank, or Anthony, what did you give my man?
Yeah, I think he came here with an A minus. It kind of checks all the boxes for an A draft for me. He has three quarterbacks. I think his starters are pretty much an A plus. Sweet, 3-player core that he has there as well. To me, the only reason why it's not an A plus is because the running back depth is a little suspect. With that whole
Zach Moss,
single
Devin
Terry
Singletary
Moss,
situation.
situation. And then Sermon, depending on how that all plays out. So again, otherwise, this is not a starting lineup you want to see in the playoffs. So my man starts it off with an A minus. Riding in a rover.
Disgusting. And so I'm gonna jump into it. I feel like I kind of beat this guy up last time. And I'm ready to do it again. Bacon 12. Hey, all right. You jumped off to a great start. Overall, it's just not my cup of tea, man. Weak draft, in my opinion. To be nice, I'd give him a C. And if you asked me last week, my C's today are an F. So I don't know. What did you guys think of this one?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm at a C plus on this one, man. First thing I look for in a super flex draft, did you get 3 quality QBs? So it doesn't check that mark. So to me, you can't get an A, without doing that. So then we're looking at a B draft. So then we're, obviously we're looking at his starters. To me, it kind of just falls off, at the quarterback position. When you kind of go 0 QB like that, you take a tight end early. Again, you can't argue with McCaffrey or Kittle, which is why I couldn't go any lower than a C plus, because he does have some good talent on this team. Those first 3 picks are just, 3 just top guys at their position. But after that, it kind of just falls off a little bit. But overall, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I gave him a C because, as you were mentioning, he's got a good core. Obviously, he started with McCaffrey, Brown, and Kittle. I don't like the setup of that for a 2 QB, super flex league here. And then he ends up with Carr as the second QB, which is, he's suspect at best. And then no third QB because at that point, since he's kind of weak there, that's what he needs to do is back up that QB. Well, going for somebody else is down here that has an opportunity like Ryan Fitzpatrick or somebody. You know what I mean? Then the team would have looked a lot better. That's why I gave him a C. I mean, it just it's this beginning's good. It didn't pull off the no QB situation.
Yeah. Hey, I speak for all of America. We all love bacon, and we all hate your team. Hey, I'm totally kidding, Bacon. That's why we're here, trying to help everybody. So there's just different strategies to doing a draft. You can make your team better in different positions. That's why we're breaking it down. Somebody, KingSaab, I think he's been here once before, Anthony, or
No, this was his first draft with us. Yeah, this guy's
okay.
yeah, he has a little mouthpiece on him. He likes to talk, kind of stir the pot during the draft. Kind of my kind of drafter, likes to kind of get in people's heads.
I heard
So
the two
yeah,
kings in this draft were
we had a little
not
battle.
seeing eye to eye the whole draft, huh?
Yeah, then we had a battle of the kings there. There's only room for one of them, and my guy here, I had to give him B minus. Just his
Okay.
running back depth was a little lacking. Again, B minus isn't to me that bad of a grade. His starters are okay, but just to me, he might kind of just fizzle out towards the end of the year. Doesn't really have kind of too much as far as trading assets to me. But again, the starters could get him through as long as he gets through the year. So B minus.
Frank, you in the B range with them too?
I'm back at a C again. I don't know, these guys just dropping like that to me.
Throw some C's on them,
Yeah,
Man.
throw some C's on them.
That tight end early.
Yeah, it's the running back situation that he's got going on. This Daniel Jones, Zach Wilson. I don't know. It just the makeup of the team. To me, I wasn't that happy with it. I think he missed on some people. Wasn't sure what he was trying to accomplish with the way he was drafting. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing just looks odd. And that's why I can see. I mean, just the players. I mean, Aaron Rodgers. Again, I think he's going to take a big drop this year. And where is he playing and all that kind of stuff. We were talking about it, and
we know he's taking a big drop this year.
Yeah, so the quarterbacks. I mean, Danny Jones is your second QB after taking Aaron Rodgers. You're pretty much getting the same guy there. They take another flyer on Zach Wilson. I think it was just a QB situation is what brought it down to a C to me.
Did you just
Danny
call
Nichols?
Danny Dimes? Did you just call Danny Dimes Aaron Rodgers? That's the same guy.
Yeah, like he's gonna end up being like fantasy points wise.
I love it. There we go, baby. Call your shot, Frank. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
I'm telling you.
Hey, gotta love it. Hey, so moving on to I think I'm gonna say this right, but I could be way off. Alecinct, right?
That's good. I like it.
Yeah. Hey, it flows. So, hey guys, if we're saying your name wrong and you care that bad, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on YouTube. I'm curious because I like to break down. A lot of people have numbers in their names, stuff like that. So we like to break it down. Hey, we get to know you, and I can kind of predict where you're going to draft. We do it all. We do it all. Frank, back with another C or?
This was a C plus, actually.
Wow.
I'm not a fan of taking these tight ends early like that. Maybe that's what it is in the makeup of the team. But I mean, just going from Jared Allen here and then Justin Fields way down here.
Josh Allen for sure.
Josh Allen. You know what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Allen at the top and then Fields over here. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Just where's the he needed another QB. Is he starting over there in Chicago? When is he going to start? So that means, you're basically don't have a second QB. You know what I mean? You don't have a number two because the guy may not even start the beginning of the season. So you're already going to the waiver wire and, everybody else is already gone because look at the board. So, that right there just puts him at a C. I don't even care about the rest of the team. That's just a fail.
Well, and that's why I gave him a D plus because it's terrible. You're only looking at one QB. And again, this isn't, we're not here to just, talk bad on you guys. We're here to, help you draft. This is what you want to do. You want to get some practice in, see if you can take some guys like that.
That's a learning lesson right there.
Absolutely. And so again, we appreciate you guys coming out, and giving us this to analyze. But, for the most part, I'm not liking what he put together here. So, just again, a lot of stuff could go.
Tell us how you really feel.
It's just, yeah. I mean, again, it's just like Frank said. You take that tight end early, you're behind the 8 ball. You don't have a third quarterback. To me, again, that's the first thing I look at in a super flex draft. You have to get at least 3 quarterbacks. I prefer 4, just to have that extra trade piece, if I can have it. And you don't check those box. Like Frank said, you might not even have 2 quarterbacks to start week 1.
All right, so I'm going to break this down.
Like God, I'm next. Saying,
God. Hey, no, I'm not even jumping the years yet.
Okay.
But sticking with what we're saying there, if we're telling everybody to draft 3 quarterbacks, as you can see, there are a few people that drafted 4 quarterbacks. But sticking with 3, that's 36 quarterbacks that we're projecting should be taken off the board, which is the whole entire starting NFL quarterbacks. Yes, you're going to sit on some rookies, and those are the people that are taking 4 quarterbacks, but you're not waiver wiring a quarterback. So it's not worth the risk. It's not worth waiting. Get them in. If you could throw them in your flex, this is not a league where you want to throw or pick 2 tight ends to have a tight end in your flex. Like you need some damn quarterbacks.
3. Yeah, gotta have 3.
Sorry.
You will not get an A from me if you don't have 2 quarterbacks.
And
2 top 20 quarterbacks. Yeah,
we're being nice. Hey, you're starting with 1 quarterback in a league that everybody's going to have at least 3. Like,
yeah,
you just.
I was nice with a D+. Yeah,
very nice.
That was a little public service announcement.
I know we've been tossing C's around, right? We threw some C's on it. Dude, our first F draft. I mean, just horrible, top to bottom. I don't have anything good to say about it. You can maybe pick them up if you want to, Frank. It's an F, right? I mean, all 3 of us. Anthony, if you're gonna grade it honestly, like a minus. Are we doing F minuses, or is that not a thing?
No, I didn't give him no F, but I didn't give him a good grade either. I gave him a C because I like Derrick Henry. He takes off. Sanders where he's at. Etienne. He's got the 3 running backs, two wide receivers off the bat. But I think he just was really weak on his wide receivers. Takes Kyle Pitts. I think maybe a good spot early or not, but I think that's where he could have got some more running back depth for himself, a wide receiver depth for himself. I'm sorry. I'm not impressed with OBJ, and Lockett had a rough year last year. You know what I mean? So he's really relying on Deebo Samuels, but I like where he took Connor. I mean, because the running back depth is what he's really got, and I know that what he's setting up his team is to trade. So that's why I give him a C, because he knows he's doing that. We can't base our draft
grade on the trade. But you're right.
Because he always gets a bad grade because it's not set up for
Frankie.
Like league play. It's set up for trade play. You know what I mean?
Give him an F, Frank.
No, because I know what he's doing and I understand what he's doing, which is a different strategy. It is a legit strategy because he does it every year and he does trade often and he gets the guys that he wants ultimately because he's going to use those other pieces to get good top wide receivers because that's where he's weak at. You know what I mean? He's not going to be going after tight ends because he's got plenty of those. You know what I mean? So he's going to be trading for the positions that he needs help at. Doesn't need help at quarterback. He's already got 4 quarterbacks anyways. I don't care about Jimmy Garoppolo, or even Cam Newton. I think he could have got some better picks there. But anyways, you know what I mean? Like
he's got 3 1/4.
That's 1/4, right?
I'll agree with that.
Look at Jimmy Garoppolo's the last one off the board. Yeah. Hey, out of everybody, like what did I say? 32 or 36 quarterbacks taken in this draft. And he's the very last one.
Yeah, but Anthony's used to it. Again, he's not used to getting good grades. I'm not even used to getting good grades as far as ADPs and things like that is concerned because we're not drafting ADP. We're not auto drafters.
All right, Anthony, we definitely don't want to hear what you have to say about your team, so we want to move on.
I agree with that. I agree with that. You guys know. You can see the team. I don't need to say anything about that. Go ahead. Move on.
JujuFruits. What do we got him? Hey. Anthony. Curious to see what you got to say about my man.
JujuFruits.
Yeah, man. JujuFruits. He came out strong here with the running backs. So you're already gonna kind of get a high grade for me if you kind of come out with running backs early and often. The
So
only
easy
thing
to please.
yeah, easy to please when you do that. Where I think he goes wrong is just grabbing Ridley with that 3 spot. To me, if you grab a quarterback there, I think the team's going to turn out a lot better. Otherwise, I think it's a good mix of, potential, high potential with people like, Chase, CD Lamb, and even grabs Winston and Jones, and then even has Rager down here as his last pick, who I was really big on last year. So we'll see what he does, this year. So overall, I give him a B plus.
Yeah, I'm
Gotta
just
love
at a
it.
B. I wouldn't call it a B plus so much because he is kind of weak on quarterback. I mean, he kind of saved himself with Jameis Winston somewhat. But like you're saying, he could have just switched out Kevin Ridley, and got somebody else there. But I do like the running back depth that he has. I do like the wide receivers he did pick up. So overall, you know what I mean? And even where he got the tight ends late and he got a couple backups there anyway. So, again, it's a B. There's just the construction of the team is just not right.
Yeah, I mean, this is your typical 0 QB strategy. If you
Frank's
go
a
0
very colored
QB,
guy. He likes to see, there's a certain strategy he wants to see, where
Right,
your
yeah.
red is, where your
We all
green
kinda
is, where
have
your
that.
blue is.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you want, as analysts, that's what we're looking at, there's a certain pattern and a rhythm to things that just makes your team, turn out right if you hit on those picks and hit them, hit them at the right time. But again, I think for going 0 QB, this is probably the best type of team you're going to get. Again, you're not happy with Winston, but they actually have potential to be top 12 guys. Wentz is throwing behind the, top offense. He doesn't really have great weapons, but you guys know I'm big on Michael Pittman. And again, just a great line, and he has a good running back behind him and Jonathan Taylor. And then again, Winston has Michael Thomas and, Alvin Kamara. And we're drafting Alvin Kamara, sixth overall. So we have to assume, Winston's going to, be dumping off to him as well. So again, overall, I think he hits the mark as far as 0 QB goes. And for that, I might actually even bump it up to an A- at that point.
Wow. Juju, after further deliberation.
Yeah, I talked to myself into it. Let's go. I'm having a good. Let's go.
Still a B for my part.
I like
so
it.
another
Jamar Chase. I like that Jamar Chase pick too. That's a good pick. It's your wide receiver 3.
So you're just
the other king in the battle
you're just gonna skip over CD Lamb. It's cool. Hey.
No, he's the wide receiver 2. I gave CD Lamb on the first pass. He was the first one I mentioned. He has 2 wide receiver 1s there to me. I have those guys both ranked as wide receiver 1s.
And Gallup, that's 3 wide receiver 1s. We'll talk about that. Hey, Cowboys offense is going to be amazing. So moving on to the next team, I have to say I love this team. This is a solid team. Needs a little help in the wide receiver field, but other than that, I mean, it's a tough team. What'd you guys give? Is this Frank? Is this King of the Kings or?
He's King of the Kings as far as I'm concerned. This is the first guy that got an A out of me. Look at the structure of the team: QB, running back, tight end, wide receiver, tight end. And who does he got? Kyler Murray, Herbert, Eckler, N'Keal Harry. Yeah, Scary Terry, Galladay, T.J. Hawkinson. I think that's the kind of structure that you're looking for. It just looks right. Like the team looks like it. I don't want to face that team.
Yeah, I don't want to face that team. We're good. He was on a roll. He was feeling this team.
I know. I can see how he got there too. No, but he's right.
King Rock, you unlocked Frank's heart. You have the key to
get an A out of Frank. That's like hitting
good. He did, dude. I mean, that team's solid, dude. I would not want to face this team. Gesicki is a second tight end. He's got 3 QBs. He's hitting all the points, dude. He's got depth everywhere. I like it.
Yeah, and for that reason, I give him an A as well. Only really thing keeping it from an A+ to me is if he had a 4th running back on this team.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I don't want to see this team in the playoffs at all.
Yeah.
Take a Michael Carter where you got Robbie Anderson or something like.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like he's just missing that and it would have been an A+. You have an
I
RB4
would have gone
there.
different with the Najee Harris. I've said before I like Najee. He's local.
But Najee,
But you all know I hate the Steelers. The only thing I hate more than the Steelers is LeBron James. But moving on. Hey, in
blasphemy.
Glenn, Nick,
Yeah, Nick.
Glenn, right?
I think
We
it
all-
looks like
we all
he
agree
sounds
it's
like a
gotta be
Nick to me. Yeah, he sounds
Hey.
like a Nick to me.
So, hey, what'd you guys grade Nick? Yeah.
I got my guy here. But first, before I get into the grade, we all kind of take a look at the team here, and we know this probably wasn't a redraft
He's not.
going on.
He's not drafting for what we're drafting.
Right. And again, I say that because he actually, after the draft, has actually been, reaching out to us and, asking for information about his dynasty startup that he's doing. So he's been, using us behind the scenes and kind of helping out right there. And we hope we're giving him some good advice. But obviously, you can see he's drafting for a dynasty startup team. So just in the true, in the true
when
nature
you
of
hop into these leagues, watch our other videos, know the settings, know the rules, know what you're
Right.
doing. I'm not trying to jump all over you. I appreciate you jumping in. But when you have one bad drafter in a mock draft and we're grading it, changes the effect of everything for
right.
every person that's in our draft. So very important that you know your rules, whether it's with us, you're hopping in a league. We made a video about this. Go watch
Yeah,
it.
go check it out. We'll link it right here.
No, yeah, maybe. Hey, we'll see
I'll
what
work on
happens.
that.
See what happens.
We'll
We'll
try
talk to
that.
our editing
We'll see if
team.
we're that fancy. Yeah.
No, and I don't mean that rudely. Just hey, know what you're getting into, so you know what kind of draft you should be looking for. Sometimes we
Right.
get in, people have one quarterback, stuff like that. Like that's gonna cost you a league, guys, if you jump in and you don't know what you're doing. That's the most important thing. Sorry,
Definitely.
back to you.
So
Back
yeah,
to you,
no,
sir.
I mean, I'm ready to move on there, but we appreciate you. He's a subscriber. He's reaching out to us. So keep doing that. But as far as this draft goes, I'm sure you know it's a D, if not F, just to move on down the line.
But thanks for subscribing. Frank.
No, I mean,
Frank.
we really appreciate that.
Frank?
Yeah.
Hey, Frank, are you there?
He's done.
No,
All
we're
right,
good.
let's go
back to you.
Hey, let's jump to LuCamp. Hey, let's jump to LuCamp.
I mean, you guys covered it. What do you want me to say? Like,
No,
after
it was
all
good.
that,
We just want to make sure you didn't feel left out there. If you want
No,
to
Hey,
no,
what
I
do you
mean,
think
it's-
of
it's-
around there.
LuCamp, Frank?
LuCamp, I gave him a B. Let's just start off with
Hey,
the
which
grade.
is also amazing coming from Frank. Hey,
Saquon Barkley, Lamar Jackson, Gibson, Ryan. It's the running back QB, and then he goes wide receiver again. Just the structure of the team looks solid. I like the Mike Evans, Thielen, Trey Lance. I mean, I really don't care for the guy, but he's taken up a third and fourth QB. And Ryan Fitzpatrick, I think that was his best pick down there. But it's a good, solid team. Other than having a little bit more wide receiver depth, it's solid. I don't care so much for the tight end last pick like that. It's where he could have went with somebody instead of Jerry Jeudy there. But overall pretty solid. B.
Nice. I gave my man here actually an A+. I think this is how you draft, man. He hits that RB QB like Frank said. Two solid receivers in Mike Evans and Adam Thielen. I think people are sleeping on Mike Evans. I think that team's going to be, just as solid again. We saw the touchdowns
No, we're
he
not.
scored. I love having Gaskins as your RB3. And to me, really the only thing I can nitpick about it is the fact that, maybe you can have a better RB4, than Naeem Hines. Not even sure, like a Connor even, or even a, Latavius Murray, or even a Philip Lindsay.
Carter.
Yeah. Michael Carter.
Pollard.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Fun,
Something like
fun,
that.
Fun stat about Mike Evans, since you mentioned him. He's only one of two wide receivers that have 7 straight 1,000-yard receiving seasons.
See, and that's why I said don't sleep on my guy. He's a wide receiver 1. Don't hate.
Hey,
I traded him last year for George Kittle. I got my tight end 1, and then Kittle got hurt. It happens, guys. It happens. Yeah, straight up.
Across?
Mike Evans, like in week 4 or 5.
I'm vetoing that.
It was right before It was right before they signed Antonio Brown when there was the rumblings.
I'm vetoing that. Hey,
Really?
yeah. Oh,
I thought that was
yeah.
a good trade.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey,
we'll talk about that off air. I want
check
some
out
more
our
clarity
commissioner
on that.
video too, guys. Hey,
Link for
now
that right here.
we're moving on.
Who's the next guy?
Who I am calling the best draft.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh.
Out of all 12 of these guys, FF season 1 nailed it. Hey, you caught my attention. 2 Cowboys straight off the board. I don't even understand, guys. Huge Cowboy fan. I avoid Cowboys players with fantasy because I don't want to mix my heart. I play for money.
My money.
I play in.
I knew
I
it.
play in 10+ leagues every single year. I avoid Cowboys because I don't want to mix the two. You know, I'm super high on Dak Prescott. But
Super
everywhere through
superstitious
this
then.
thing, it's almost like if I was drafting, this is what I would have done up until I don't like Mark Andrews. So I would have went a little different after there. But I mean, my dude, A+. I'm A+, my man.
I gave him an A also. I'm right there with you. Again, the structure of the team, QB, 2 running backs, QB, then he goes 2 wide receivers, then the tight end. He sets up his starting lineup right off the bat. That's solid starting lineup. Then he goes after his backups and gets another 2 QBs as backups. Got Mike Davis is really solid. Pulls up Carter late, Landry, Jets. That's why he's a solid A, dude. Are you kidding me? That's the second team they got with it. Two A's I gave out. Here's the other one right here.
Frank is feeling
He's feeling good tonight. You guys should have gotten this draft.
Anthony, you
Right?
gonna break
I
him
should have been
down
in this
now?
one. No,
We
hey,
got him
I'm
up
right
here, and
No, I'm right here with you guys, man. Shout out to FF season 1. We met him through Twitter. Been talking on him there, so really appreciate that, engaging with us. And he came out here and showed us, how to draft the team. I think, the only thing really keeping it from an A+ for me, I give him an A+ for his first 8 picks right off the bat. Like Frank said, he comes in, sets the starting lineup. I think that's a nasty starting lineup. Then you hit that RB3 right away, which is perfect. You get Mike Davis, fantastic RB3 to me. But then, where he loses it to me is just drafting those 2 Denver quarterbacks. But then, kind of picks it up there, with the last 3 picks. So I kind of grade him an A+ for the first 8 picks and then a B for the last 5 picks. So I kind of had to go to an A- for that. But not,
Yeah.
I mean, it's still an A. So it was nasty.
I mean, he
draft.
was trying to lock up that Denver backfield, but it could be Aaron Rodgers that goes over there.
Right.
Or, whatever happens, Drew Lock is not somebody I would have drafted, but he's still basically picking him up. So, I mean, he's got somebody, whoever's starting over there, he's got him.
Yeah, I mean, and so that's why he still stays in that A range for me, because he at least has a QB3. So,
hey, first AAA that I've seen, right?
There we go.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think it's first consistent. No, JujuFruits, huh? Or King Rock. King Rock got the first A's all around too, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
and you
could
killed
be.
LuCamp. I had LuCamp as an A, but anyway.
No, fuck LuCamp.
No!
Hey, so moving on.
You can't take a tight end last like that and get an A out of me.
Hey,
LuCamp, I got
think
you.
this is KingSaab's friend, right? Denvermanning.
No, ridinroundinarover's friend.
Oh, sorry.
His friends
Sorry,
with riding
guys.
in a rover.
Friends of friends.
Hey, I think this guy is a. Would you say, Anthony? This guy's probably a Raider fan or something like that. Denvermanning.
Something's- It's kind of
oh
like
my God,
leaning Raiders for some reason. I don't know.
Hey, we
just
just lost a
something-
subscriber right now,
Yeah.
actually. No, I'm just kidding. I like his team. I think he did pretty solid. He's got Big D Joe leading the way. What do you guys think?
Where you at, Frank?
I give him a B on this one.
What?
There's some quirkiness about it that I don't know. There's just something about it that I like the team. Don't get me wrong. Tyreek
Can
Hill,
I stop you?
Aaron Jones, Joe Burrows.
I'm out.
Hey, can we call it? Can we mute his mic?
Can we get a timeout here?
Frank, for everybody that's
we just have history. History has just been made.
Hey, you did it. He has never given anybody that's drafted Deshaun better than a D,
D
right?
for
You draft
Deshaun.
Deshaun. I believe if you watch the last show,
Hashtag D for
he
Deshaun.
said, "Hey, if you
Yeah,
draft
and I
Deshaun, I'm giving you a D."
remember we've been talking about he's the only guy that's pulled it off because the rest of the team is solid. I mean, you know what I mean? Like literally, the rest of the team is solid,
You
and
just
that's
ignore
why I
him.
gave him a B because I mean, why would you draft Deshaun?
All right, we don't.
You would have got an A. It
You would have
sounds
got
like
an
you
A
would have
had
got
you
an A,
not had
man.
Deshaun. Exactly.
And that would have, and you guys know how we've been reacting to Frank Says. He doesn't just throw those out willy nilly. So
Nah.
Hey, with one less player, you would have got an A.
yeah, no QB3
He almost
might have got
making
you a
thinking
higher grade.
moving down to the C just because of that thing, but he recovered
See,
well.
a pissing Frank off now.
See? Yeah, Denver Manning's like, hey, stop talking about it. Just let him move. Let him move on to the next team.
What'd you give him, Matt? What'd you give him?
Yeah.
Hey, no, I gave my man Denver Manning here. You're a B plus. I think
See, you're right there with me then.
Absolutely, I think his starters are very solid. If Watson does play, it's obviously an A draft. I think at that point, I think his RB depth is lacking, a little bit, which is why, he again falls out of that A range to me. But I think, if he can put a little work into this team, and again, it'd be a nasty team to face in the playoffs. So nice draft.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
B plus. Yeah.
Good draft. He's got a lot of receivers that are receivers by committees, right? So you got Gallup. He's third receiver. Deontay Johnson, who we all love, but they got three receivers that they can't make up their mind who to throw to. Obviously, Brady's going to hit 10 different receivers during a game. So you're right. And then CH, there's a couple things he could tighten up, but I guess as far as we're saying, like color coding, it's not bad when you pick up a Noah Fant that late in the 10th round. Like, that's pretty solid in my opinion. So now I'm dropping it. Another returner. Yeah, boy, Ethan.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy. The Bears. And he's not a Bears.
No, he's in the next one. Shout out to the Bears.
Boy.
He's in the next draft.
I was about to say this. It's like, is he a Bears fan?
The way I said it, it kind of reminded me of that. So I would have obviously had a couple different things. Like I would have went Chubb and Elliott right there on the turnaround. Hey, maybe it's because I'm a Cowboys fan. So he has a few people like where he's at. He made me really like that corner spot, right? He's Cal Ripken and things.
Oh yeah.
I like his team. I mean, he's got people in the right positions. What do you guys think?
Where you at, Frank? Oh, me?
I like the team. I like the structure. You know what I mean? Akers and Chubb. I mean, Hurts, I really don't care so much, but I mean, it's
Say
still
it again,
to be wide receiver, just to set up the you know what I mean? It's the right structure. I mean, I like the players themselves, but I mean, he did the right way. Takes a third QB, gets some running back depth, tight ends back late, and I like both of the tight ends that he did take late. I thought it was pretty solid. B plus overall, maybe even an A here. I'm just talking myself into it. Really, should knock it for Hurts there, but I mean, I think he just did better than Hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have took Stafford or Ryan or somebody else there, and then you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's my biggest thing. I gave him a B. I almost want to kind of knock it down a little bit just because it's Taysom Hill. But to me, that's kind of the only place he missed. Again, that's the first thing I kind of look at. Did you draft 3 QBs? He did, but Taysom's not necessarily a starter that you can kind of just plug in on a bye week. You'll need something to happen, I think, with Winston there. But for the most part, I think it's a solid team. So I give him a B. But again, he just kind of misses it just because of that. Those two things, Taysom Hill and taking Ryan or Stafford instead of Hurts, I think makes it.
Hurts would have, right. This team would have been a little bit more solid at that point, but everybody else is really good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just nitpicking at this point. It's a solid team, you know what I mean?
It's a solid team, and you gotta love it. When you're on the corner, you get 2 picks in a row, and he's like, "All right, 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks, 2 receivers." Like you kind of
have
see
to
he
do
already.
that.
Yeah, it's like the best setup too. If you're right there, then you're getting these 2 or these 2. You know what I mean? Like it's nice.
Gotta love it. Hey, boys, we covered all 12. We got more drafts to go. We finished East Coast. We can finally roll our sleeves down.
Hmm.
Anthony, Frank, again, we appreciate the knowledge, the perspectives that you guys give. Thank you guys for being here. Let's go to the next show.
Thanks, everybody. Peace out.